Shalom, Kol Holo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. My name is Barad Debar, coming to you from the GMS campus, Indianapolis. And to all those listening and learning to you, I say Shalom, especially to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Today, I'm just going to go over some scriptures that's pertaining to an occasional friend. And so hopefully it is edifying. I'm going to show a video, this video, and then there's going to be another video that I'll end with. And again, hopefully it's edifying, uplifting, of exhorting of some sort to the body. Here we go.
Is about to get married. So he reaches out to his father. He's like, Dad, listen, I'm overwhelmed. Could you do me a huge favor? Dad says, son, of course. What do you got? He goes, listen, I'm going to give you a list of 50 of my closest friends. All I need you to do is please just reach out to them and invite them to the wedding. I said, son, take that off your list. I've got it. Fast forward about 4 months. It's the day of the wedding. The son comes out and sees that there are literally 5 of the 50 friends at the wedding. He rushes over to his father, furious, and says, Dad, I asked you to do one thing. His father put his hand on his shoulder and took him over to the side and said, I called every one of those 50 people individually. He goes, well, Dad, there are literally 5 people here of the 50. He said, son, I called each person and I said, I'm calling on behalf of my son. My son is in trouble, and in 90 days, I need you to be at this location. He said, so let me tell you something, son. Your real friends are the ones that are here. The truth is, in life, we all have a lot of acquaintances. But the problem is, acquaintances are around when things are good. Acquaintances are always around when the money's good. But when the fog rolls in, when the money's gone, those people that are around, those are your friends. Young
All right, so let's get a few scriptures. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter uh 18, verse 24. It says, a man that has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So when you have call yourself to having many friends, you have like we always say, not everybody is your friend, and contrary to popular belief, when you accumulate Facebook friends, not all of those people are your friends. Many people are looking to see, what they could actually benefit from you by connecting with you and being acquaintance with you. Um, and I liken to, a friend as, we consider wine. When wine is first made, after a few days, it begins to ferment, and because it is a process, you can taste it and you can get the alcohol, from it, but yet, if you allow for that alcohol to ferment, and the longer it actually sits within its process, the better it actually gets. And that's how it is with when it comes to friends. When you have had time and experience with your friend, with people that you would consider friends, there is also a time and experience, trials and tribulations, things that you have gone through together, whether that friend has gone through something and you were there for them, or if you've gone through something and they've been there for you. And so that's how friendships should be built. Um, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17. It says, a friend loveth at all times, but a brother is at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. So then, as time goes on, these friends, we'll look up the word friend. Over time, they become brothers. It's like a more affectionate um, um, a connection that comes along with time with those that you um, have been acquainted with. Okay, you get to know the character of that person. All right, and that's how things are developed when it comes to dealing with friendship. Let's look up the word friend. Friend. It says one attached to another by affection or esteem. Okay, um, and it says one that favors or promotes something, such as charity. And the scriptures, Paul talks about having charity, amongst your friends, um, having great charity. Yahweh Shai also mentions that you can tell who are his, by the way that they love one another. And how do we love one another? By the keeping of commandments. The friends of this world, the friends of this world um, that are in the world are 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 not, especially if they're not keeping the ways of the Heavenly Father, they will be the ones quick to abandon you in times of trouble. They will be the ones, when it comes down to it, if they had an opportunity to sleep with your wife or commit adultery, they will be ones that, if your home, if they were in your home and they had the opportunity, they would take something from out of your home. So for when you meet someone and consider them, a friend, it shouldn't be a friend that you just met within a few days, a couple weeks, and you're like, hey, come on over, sleep over, and hang out. But there's many people that do that. You actually, when we go a little further, you have, I've seen videos where you have men and women who will meet at a bar, and then just within that night, they'll go out and they'll have, an occasion, not even knowing the temperament of the man or the woman. We actually seen, there's out there where young woman met a man, and through a small process of time, she went out on a date with him, went back to his home, and he dismembered her. And we having a lot of those things that are going on, and because of that is that because people are being quick and hasty to call someone their friends. Let's get this in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6. And we're going to read 7 down to 14, and then we're going to pull up one more video, and we'll end it from there. It says, verse 7, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So just because you've met someone and they seem really cool, after a couple days, a few months, in time, you still have to watch that person, because their character will come out. You start to see how they treat their mother, their father. You get to meet, see how they treat their other friends, and you get to hearing certain things about them, because it's always good to have a good report, especially in the sight of the Heavenly Father and men. Okay, but the only way to have that good report is by them keeping the commandments of the Heavenly Father and Yahweh Shai. It says, verse 8. It says, for some men is a friend for his own occasion, right? And this is what we're the topic of discussion: an occasional friend. We have to be careful of occasional friends, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble, and they will not abide in the day of thy trouble, because first and foremost, those that are of the world aren't keeping the ways of the Heavenly Father. And so the world has taught everyone to be selfish, the capitalist mindset. Okay. It says, and there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. So you have someone, and over a process of time, they learn things about you. So you start telling secrets about yourself. They learn these secrets, and then when they have go into strife or disagreement, they go to publicizing and telling all your business. And that happens a lot on Facebook and Twitter and social media. And you find that a lot of that, when it happens, it ends to people getting beat up or hurt, or even to the point of death. Okay, it says, verse 10, it says, again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. So they're only with you because, again, they get to eat. They're receiving something. All right. Verse 11, but in thy prosperity, so when you're getting money, he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. So he's like, hey, we buying bottles, we getting houses, right? Let's go further. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. And so again, I watched a 30-30 on Netflix. It's a 30-30 broke on Netflix, and it's all athletes, um, from baseball, hockey, football, basketball, that accumulated mounds of wealth. And when you watch it, they talk about from the women that they had married to then being divorced after they had lost their money, to having to pay child support, to the acquaintances that were with them, how they were no longer around, how when they got into drugs, um, and those that were with them were into the drugs, but as soon as they got broke and were down and out, those friends left. um, and so how they were getting robbed and money stolen from them, how you had people who were being enabled by their riches. Okay, and it says, and then when they were at their lowest point, they couldn't find them. Okay, it says, verse 13, separate thyself from thine enemy and take heed of thy friends. So we should always be watching, our friends. Okay. And look, and 14, it says, a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that found such a one have found a treasure. So, it takes time to understand that through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, who a true friend is. Okay, and like we started off on 7, you can't be so quick to call someone your friend. So we're gonna look at this video with Fat Joe, and then we'll end it from there. Here we go.
right? And so I started out with rapping. I made my first millions of dollars. I never thought I would make millions of dollars. I would have 50 guys with me. We all had the same Cadillac truck. We all had chains. Everybody go to jail. I bail them out. I pay for the lawyer. I this, that. One time I sat all 50 of them together. We was at the Ritz-Carlton in Puerto Rico. We flew there on 2 private planes. I'm the only one with money. So I'm sitting there one day. I can't sleep. And I'm looking up at the ceiling. I said, you know what? Call everybody. So all 50 of the guys come, and I say, yo, listen, man, shit ain't the same. I ain't got it. What do you mean, God? What do you mean? No, I ain't got it. Like, I don't want to lie to y'all. And I had it,
Right.
but I was checking
Same.
them.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
I
Yep.
was checking them. I
Yeah.
said, I ain't got it no more. I said, I can't really hold y'all down like that, you know, but you my brothers, but I ain't got it. Out of the 50 guys that was there, only 6 of them said, yo, if you dead broke, I be with you, man, no matter what, every day.
That's crazy,
Those
bro.
are the 6 guys that's still with me now.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So God let me, he always give you, it's always a lesson. So God put that in my head and said, yo, try these dudes, man. See if they really with you. They wasn't really with me. You know what I'm saying? And those be the same guys that go back like cancer to the hood. He don't give a he don't this, he
And,
that.
talk, and
But
talking about
me,
you. Yep.
God know my heart. God know my heart because I come from the hood. Yeah, I was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So watch out for or take heed to the occasional friend. I hope this lesson was edifying into the body. Before I end, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the 4 corners of the globe. And to all those listening and learning, to you, I say, Shalom.